Hello students, the next topic in the continuation of source encoding theorem algorithm is Huffman coding. So this is another type of coding. A slightly advantage part on Huffman is it is better than Shannon-Fanon because it results in a higher efficiency. So as we know that it is a coding theorem, we have certain algorithms to be developed and what are the steps involved in doing the Huffman coding procedure for the given probability values. Step 1 remains the same thing. You need to arrange the probabilities in a decreasing order. Step 2, you are going to combine or add the low end two probabilities. So which means to say that two symbols are combined at the lower possibility probability, which will rise to next step. Step 3, you are going to repeat the same procedure until further partitioning is not possible. And once we are rearranging, everything should be under decreasing order. Step 4, after the partitioning is not possible, we are going to give the bit 0 and bit 1 for the assigned probability values. Bit 0 will occupy the upper part, bit 1 will occupy the lower part. Step 5, the binary digits are obtained by tracing path for a single bit per message. Step 6, code word is being obtained by rearranging the or reversing the tracing path from LSB to MSB. Step 7 is your source coding theorem parameter calculation of average code length, entropy, neta, and finally the redundancy. So these are the steps to be followed in Huffman coding algorithm. So to now see about how it functions, let us consider an example one problem statement. Consider the same problem statement I have taken over here as in Shannon-Fanon. So you're going to consider a DMS source which has 5 probabilities of the value 0.4, 0.16, 0.19, 0.15 and 1.5. Now we are going to construct a Huffman code and calculate the efficiency of the system. So come with the tabulation. First you have 5 probabilities. So rearrange the probabilities according to the decreasing order. So that is your step 1. 0.4, 0.19, 0.16, 0.15, 0.15. This is step 1. So steps 2 states that you're going to start from lower end probabilities and combine those two simples to get a resultant probability. So come to here, step 2, the lower two probabilities are 0.15 and 0.15. Add these two probabilities, you will get 0.3. So this 0.3 should be rearranged in such a case it goes to the higher value than 0.1 and 0.6. So it goes to the higher order but in a decreasing value. So 0.15, 0.15 added will be moved into 0.3. So the red line denotes the ordering. Once it comes 0.4 is higher, so it goes 0.4, 0.3 and you are rearranging your values in a decreasing format. So 0.19, 0.16. So we move on to this procedure. Again repeat the procedure. Lower two probabilities are 0.19 and 0.16. Add the two probabilities. Your value will be 0.35. So it is definitely higher in your step. So 0.35, 0.4 will be as it is. 0.35 the new value. Rearranged 0.3 will go down. Again repeat the steps 2. Add the lower two probabilities. 0.65. 0.4 will come down. Now you add these two values, it will become 1. So the total probability of any incident or any occurrence should be 1. So there is no partitioning beyond this. Your partitioning is over. Now we come to step 5 and 4 and 5. 4 states that if there is no partitioning, the binary digit will be assigned to upper, binary digit 1 will be assigned to lower. So come here at stage 3, upper part is assigned 0 bit, lower part is assigned bit 1. So come back here to stage 2, you are adding these two, therefore upper is 0, lower is 1. Again come back to stage 1, 0.19 and 0.6, upper is 0, lower is 1. 0.15, 0 and 1. So you have assigned the bits to every two added values. Now this assigned bits, you are going to go for step 5, which says you need to trace the path. How to trace the path? How to trace the path? So tracing of the path, now we will take, what is your probability? 0.4. 0.4, what is the tracing path? Only 1. See the path. There is only bit 1. After that there is no bit. So 0.4 is given as 1. The traced path is 1. Similarly go to now 0.19. So 0.19, where it goes? See the red line. It goes to 0 bit. From here it goes to 0.35, again 0 bit. From here it goes to 0.65, it is 0 bit. So 0, 0, 0. So that's what I have written. Traced part is 0, 0, 0. Now come to 0.16. 0.16 goes to 1. From here it goes to 0.35, it is 0. From here it goes to 0.65. Therefore it is 1, 0, 0. So it is written as 1, 0, 0. Similarly, you can find for 0.15, 0. It goes to 3, 1, 0. So 0, 1, 0. If you come for 0.15, it is 1. Moving to 0.31, it is going to 0. So therefore 0, 1, 1. 1, 1, 0. What is step 6? What is step 6? You are going to reverse the form from LSB to MSB of a traced path. That is your code word. So you rearrange. Now come to the stabler column. This is your trace path. Rearrange LSB and MSB. So 1 remains the same. 0, 0, 0 remains. Here it will become LS will become MSB. MSB will become LSB. So it is your ulta. You are rearranging it. Okay, so this is the code word. Now you need to find out how many bits are there in the code word. 1 bit, 3 bits, 3 bits, 3 bits, 3 bits. Next is multiply with the probability value 0.4, 0.57. You are multiplying 0.6 into 0.3, 0.15 into 3, 0.15 into 3. Now you are going to accumulate this value. That is going to be your average code length. 0.45, 0.57, 0.48, 0.45, 0.45. So the average code length is going to be 2.35 bits per symbol. Next is the entropy calculation. This we have already done in your earlier chapters, sorry. So you are going to find out the probability value of each entropy. You get it as 2.26. We need to calculate what is the code efficiency. Entropy divided by average code length. 2.26 divided by 2.35 is 94%. So this is the another technique in calculating the binary values for a discrete information source of a DMS. So this algorithm, it provides a little bit higher efficiency than the Shannon-Fanon coding algorithm. So with this I conclude that source code theorem is capable of converting a discrete memoryless source probability values into a binary digits 0 and 1 combination. We use several parameters to calculate the value and efficiency of the system, and the best two algorithms are going to be Shannon-Fanon algorithm and Huffman algorithm. Both these algorithms will produce the redundancy rate to be lesser in converting a discrete source into a binary digit values. Thank you.